The superintendent and other members of the board are claiming that we are dysfunctional. They're in the majority. They are in power.
Now, just weeks ago, an embattled member of the Hamburg School Board talked about her struggles with other board members. Tonight, the board was ready to put Catherine Forcucci back on the hot seat. News 4's Emily Guggenmas has been at the hearing. She has the latest now on what's happening there tonight. Emily?
Jackie, we're hoping to hear from Catherine Schrauth Forcucci tonight, as it was expected that she would take the stand. But at this point, school board president David Yoviene is still being questioned. This is the first meeting, the first hearing since Superintendent Dr. Jetter was put on administrative leave. Dr. Richard Jetter admitted to police that he damaged his car, not vandals. In tonight's hearing, President Yoviene says Schrauth Forcucci has a constant pattern of misconduct that never stops. He says that they've had problems with her at every executive session. He was also questioned about a text he received from Schrauth Forcucci in January. In it, she says, if we could correct the injustice done to Chuck, she would feel so much differently about dealing with the district and board members. Yoviene says she was trying to use her bad behavior as a bargaining chip to hire back fired teacher Chuck Mahoney. He was also questioned about an executive session in February when Dr. Jetter was being interviewed for the superintendent position. He says all hell broke loose when Schrauth Forcucci yelled at staff member Jim Martinez.
She caused such a horrific scene beforehand. I mean, she was screaming at the top of her lungs. The pitch of her voice hurt my ears. I mean, she was just relentlessly hysterical. She was hyper-focused on Jim Martinez. She just wouldn't stop screaming at him. Everybody in that room, when she finally sat down, was so frazzled and just so upset about what they just witnessed and heard that now you were supposed to have a meeting. It's late at night, and I have to go and find Dr. Jetter and his poor wife. You could see how frightened she was.
And before we heard from board president Yoviene, we heard from senior type clerk specialist Jody McNamara. She says that she called police a separate time when Schrauth Forcucci refused to leave Dr. Jetter's office. She called police that time.